I don't know about y'all, but I love nacho cheese. I love cheese sauce. I just love it. I have found a lady that I follow at Reed Family Homestead. The only thing I'm doing different than her is I've added smoked paprika. I'm using Velveeta cheese because I caught it on sale. I have 2 blocks of Velveeta cheese in here. I have 2 cans of diced chilies. I've got my smoked paprika. I have 3 cups of heavy cream. I've got to add 3 cups of milk. You'll want this to be kind of soupy because guess what? We're canning it. Almost all of the cheese has melted. We're about to get ready to ladle it over into some pint jars. You can see how thin it is because it will thicken up some once it's processed and cools down. Now that I have finished melting my cheese sauce, I've got my lids on, flats, whatever you want to call them, my rings fingertip tight. I've put water in my pressure canner with a little splash of vinegar so that my jars don't cloud up. Now that I have my jars loaded and I have my rings on fingertip tight, I always put a little splash of vinegar in my water to make sure my jars don't cloud up. I'm going to put the lid on my pressure canner. I'm going to bring it up to pressure and let it vent for 10 minutes. By saying vent for 10 minutes, that means there's a steady stream of steam coming up right here. I'll set my timer for 10 minutes. Once that's done, I'll put my weight on here and we'll come back. As you can see, we have a steady stream of steam coming up here. I've set my timer for 10 minutes. My timer is off, so I have vented for 10 minutes. I'm going to place my 10-pound weight on there. That's the weight I use for my altitude. You'll need to find what your altitude is and use the appropriate weight for that. Then I will bring this up to pressure and let it pressurize for 10 minutes. This little thing here has popped up, so that means that it's bringing it up to pressure. It has sealed it off, and I'm waiting on this to start rocking. Once this starts rocking, I will set my timer for 10 minutes. You don't want to do this process too fast for risk of burning your product that's in your jars. You have to take your time with it. You hear that sound? We have officially reached 10 pounds of pressure. I'm going to turn my timer on and set it for 10 minutes. You don't want this rocker going crazy because all it's going to do is evaporate all your water out because it's going to have to keep releasing to keep it at the right amount of pressure. You just barely want it rocking. You do want it rocking. Here is the finished product. Now you may notice sometimes you will see separation once it starts settling. While this is still warm, you'll want to just give it a shake and just mix it all back together. Perfectly shelf stable cheese sauce.